everybody. My name's Arlen Nipper. You can see that I'm going to be channeling Pugal today. Pugal unfortunately ended up with COVID, so I'll do the best that I can to try to get his message across. Real quickly, again, my name's Arlen Nipper. I'm the CTO with CirrusLink Solutions. I've been doing automation, SCADA communications for 44 years now. About 23 years ago, I was very, very fortunate in being one of the co-inventors of MQTT and trying to apply that in a lot of these solutions that we're talking about. What I'm going to be covering today, it was kind of the synopsis of this outline is how do we go approach small to medium manufacturers that really haven't started their digital transformation journey? How can we get them started? Well, Pugal had some contacts with the state of Indiana. And over the last 18 months, CirrusLink, Inductive Automation, Opto22, Amazon have been working with the state to put together an Industry 4.0 box that we could go to all the manufacturers and get them started. So this is kind of an overview of how we started that journey. Again, the why is that we know we need to get data. We know that we need to look at digitally executed manufacturing as much as possible, be able to offer it product as a service, and then from there be able to maybe offer connected products depending on what product that we're manufacturing, and it all plays back into sustainability, especially with this initiative with the state of Indiana and reducing their overall electric energy cost. Now, if we look at that, we started Industry 1, 2.0. I started probably my career 1978, so that was Industry 3.0, which led us to all the problems that we have now in Industry 4.0 because we're trying to get to all these machines that we put out in Industry 3.0. But we definitely have to get an approach and some platforms and some tools to be able to do that effectively. Now, when Pugal and I put this together, Pugal has noted that if you do digital transformation, the top performers in this sector right now, well, they spend 50% less compared to the average. They spend 20% less on production expenses, have safety, they use less energy, and they're more sustainable. VW is one of Amazon's biggest accounts. As you can see, they are literally connecting 120 factories, over 10 million machines, and being able to manage that through services that Amazon offers like AWS SiteWise, Outpost, and Greengrass services. But let's look at the rest of the industry. Let's get down below the Fortune 100. Let's go to those 8,000 manufacturers in the state of Indiana. How are we going to help them? Because right now they are actually at operational loss. They've got lack of access to their data and lack of access to modern tooling. And so I've done due diligence in the last 18 months, and it is interesting. These fantastically complex manufacturing facilities, you walk in and there's PLCs on the process. They've got smart compressor systems, but nothing is connected. So they literally have all of these sensors, but no connectivity. So how are we going to help those customers? So again, doing the due diligence, we saw that they're leaving 90 to 95%, if not 100% of their data stranded on the factory floor. And our energy initiative is to go in and start monitoring the service meter of electricity coming into the building, pick a couple of machines where we can start monitoring the three-phase power, maybe go ahead and connect those machines to see state so that we can start getting some visibility between energy usage in the line, the shift, the operator, what they're and any micro stoppages they might have along their manufacturing process. But what we do also realize is that really 100% of them had no access to unsupervised AI and machine learning, and that's how we're going to improve their efficiency going forward. So I'll skip over this. The goal of this project was to give them digital transformation tools to where after 12 months they could realize a 10 to 20% improvement in their efficiency around the democratization, visualization, and insights around their energy usage in the factory. Now, I've heard of software's eating the world. I will say, going through Pugal's deck, I hadn't really thought about AI eating software. But that really is, and going with Pugal and his team, and I wish Pugal was here. Again, he's got 25 years experience in the automotive industry with Siemens. He's got a lot of really cool stories he could tell you. But what we're really talking about here is using unsupervised AI. Because if Volkswagen has 10 million machines, you're not going to, I agree that we've got to have the visualization and all that, but there's no way a human being can have eyeballs on all those machines, and how are we going to get insights on that? So really the goal here was to provide AI tools and to analyze the data and provide information on normal versus abnormal behavior in machines, and be able to measure those KPIs so we could do root cause analysis. And this has really been an eye-opener for me as we went through with this project. So how did we do it? Well, again, we're 18, 20 months into this. We did a press release on the activities that we're going to be doing in the state of Indiana and a couple of other states. But the MVP that you see at the bottom, bullet number 1, is that we had to have a platform that would give us connectivity to all those machines out there. All of the Industry 3.0, the Allen Bradleys, the Modbus, the TCP, the BACnet IP HVAC system, up on the roof, the DMP 3.0, the IEC 61850. Okay, let's get all that data in. Then let's have some tools to build models, because the experience that I've had over the last 6 years is that if we just start pumping data into data lakes, they become data swamps, and nobody ever uses it. But if you look at disruptive technology like Amazon SiteWise, you build a model first in the cloud, right? And then you instantiate that model, and that model has measurements that then you can update in real time. And the way that we did that is we used technologies like MQTT Sparkplug to be able to build the model at the edge, and with no programming, publish that model up. Because again, we're going to all of these different manufacturers to be able to do this, and run that all on an industrial platform like an Opto22 Epic, where we could get that data up. Now, once we've got it up there, then we can start doing the visualizations and the dashboard, and as soon as that model appears, it's directly piped into Amazon's new unsupervised AI. Now, there is a 90-day window, but then that can start publishing back anomalies back into our system. So we can start looking at that. You see an anomaly, and the customer goes, yeah, we know about that. But what's interesting is when anomalies start coming back and the customer goes, oh, I didn't know when this happens, this is the result. So that's the end of the presentation. Thank you very much.